Hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing my match review, which was quite an odd game. In fact, just a little bit different. You saw different parts of the game from United. You saw that they were defensively disciplined. It wasn't a terrible game from both sides. I believe that both sides had a good game, but there were some things that United did not take advantage of, which came back to haunt them. And Leicester just made the most out of the chances they did get. So I want to start out by saying that other than the goal that Vardy got, Vardy was almost non-existent in this game. The fact was that United wanted to eliminate Vardy by using Fred McTominay well and using Bailly to cover him. At times in the game, they would shift into a back three and push Shaw up. As you would see, Shaw would get up a ton. This would leave Fred McTominay to cover his position, which would leave spaces in behind here, pretty vulnerable. They weren't able to exploit this as well because of the fact that Leicester only attacked with four at times. So they'd really shift into this sort of back six and rely on Barnes, Madison, Albrighton, and Vardy to attack. This back six was really effective because this midfield four especially shifted as a unit. Have the ball is here with Rashford, Justin would shift. Same with Ndidi, Tillemans, and Castagne would tuck in. The point of this was to not let United operate through the midfield, and they succeeded in doing this very well with this effectivity. The only time United looked too pivotal or too what do you call it? Yeah, that they looked threatening was when Ndidi and Tillemans were caught out of position. United were able to plan behind. At times, Ndidi and Tillemans would roam a little bit, so every time that United got in behind them or got a player in behind them, they looked quite threatening. Matter of fact, United's first goal was extremely lucky. So in the first 2 minutes of the game, Rashford missed a sitter, but after that, what happened is that I covered this on stream, but I'll try to explain here. Was that Lindelof had a throw in, Martial was on this side, and you had James with Bruno here, and about Rashford here. So don't mind the positions, of course, just a little bit of a rough estimate, but you could say that Tillmans, Bruno, and even Barnes, Tillmans, Evans, and Barnes were here. So the throw is given to Martial, who then is swarmed, who then passes it to James, who is swarmed as well. There's a center back here, sorry. And then James passes to Bruno, and Evans is sitting back, expecting him to take a touch and shot, but the ball is in front of him, so he gets a little bit of a nick on the ball, and it somehow falls to Rashford, who manages to score a goal. It was brilliant. Lucky goal, but they did get that goal that they needed. So after that, United looked in firm control until they let in practically a screamer. What happened here was Bruno's fault, unfortunately. So Bruno is here and he tries to nutmeg a player. I think it was Barnes, and then they get the ball, and Barnes is able to get a bunch of space here, even in this sort of an area. He's able to get space and let off a shot, which goes into far corner. So Bruno tries to nutmeg Castagne or someone and loses the ball and is conceded on. This is not good from him near his own box. And the fact that Barnes is able to even get off a shot with McTominay or Fred not even looking to challenge or Bailly not even looking to challenge this is sad. Because matter of fact, they didn't create too many clear-cut chances, and it's just disappointing because they shouldn't be scoring like that. We did good defensively, in my opinion, or at least our structure was solid. Just individual mistakes cost us and the story. Then, of course, we were attacking. Our problem in this game was that as soon as we got the ball up, we had very good dribbling by like Bruno, Martial, and Rashford. But when it came to passing to feet, it was off. The coordination was off between the players. Sometimes Rashford would play a ball that's too long. Martial would want it at feet, but Rashford would play through ball. Everything was a little bit off and sketchy today. The individual brilliance was good. We were dribbling, we were good. It's just our link up play wasn't the same against this Leicester side. Probably because of the way that their midfield operated, which forced us to not work through the middle as much and make Shaw really effective when putting crosses in. One thing I want to talk about is defending set pieces with someone like Bailly. We were pretty solid and we're lucky and we were good and we didn't concede a set piece. Shaw actually took a bunch of set pieces and corners, and he looked really threatening when he does take them. So I think that's a positive for this United side that they have two left backs who can put in good balls. Oh my god, that sounds weird. But and we go from there, right? I'd say this isn't a positive result, nowhere near. We had the chance. It was all ours to take it and go into second. But of course, subs were made. Rashford was subbed for. No, sorry, James was subbed for Pogba. So James was subbed for Pogba to start the substitutions, and you'd see a shift in shape like this. Of course, Lindelof was subbed for Twan Zabi. Oh shoot, my fault. Lindelof was subbed for Zabi, of course, and of course Cavani was put in for Martial, who created actually the goal. So as the subs came on, the game definitely started to change its narrative. In the second half, we came out looking really weak, and we were playing a super low line, just playing really scared overall. With the substitution, especially that Pogba came on in the 53rd minute, and the subs followed shortly after, it looked like Ole had an intent to win the game, which was good. So our goal came immediately after Cavani came on because we found space. Cavani was right here around, and Bruno was making a darting run with Pogba around here. So what happened is Cavani receives the ball from Bailly in space and is able to turn and spot the darting run of Bruno, who takes a touch and finishes. This is bad from the Leicester defense, definitely. They should be marking this properly. They should be watching the run. But at the same time, Pogba was making a similar run. So with the defense confused and the defense split, and this space wide open, Bruno was able to take advantage of this and be able to score that goal. The thing is, though, we conceded in the 85th minute in a horrible manner. It was you can't do these things at this sort of a level, you know. You see, it's typical center forward play. They have the ball in this sort of an area, and Vardy is sandwiched between Maguire and Bailly. So he makes a run here, and then he makes a run into here, right? And then he just backs out, and Bai does not track him. He gets the ball, and it's an easy goal for him with the finishing quality he has. Bai is caught ball watching. Same with Maguire, he does nothing on the cross. It's unfortunate, but they did score that goal. Both teams fought to get the winning goal, but no one did. Not a bad performance by either side, just not the result we were looking for. And this will probably haunt us. The other Rashford miss, and we have to move from here and hope for the best. We need a hope now.